Noi mergem mai departe. Următorul invitat, următorul vorbitor, Mru Patel, autor, antreprenor, șahti holistic internațional. El este un om de afaceri, absolvent de cibernetică la Brighton University, cunoscut în România ca președinte al Fondului de Investiții European Property Investments.
L-am întâlnit ieri pe Mru și aceasta este cartea care se inspiră din toate întâmplările antreprenorilor din cele 4 continente, din 4 mari continente ale lumii și mi-a promis că pentru voi, cei de la Business Days, are o surpriză pe care o să-l las doar pe el să vi-o spună. Mru Patel!
Testing, 1, 2. Bună ziua! Thank you very much. It's an honor. It is an honor to follow Mircea, and thank you again. Thank you again, Laszlo. Right. What's this about? It's about fear today. I've lived in 4 continents and worked in 4 continents, and let me tell you something. If fear was on the top of my mind, I would not be in Romania of all countries, okay? So, in life, if you're an entrepreneur, the first thing you have to do is to take a risk. Do we agree on that? All right? If you're not present, you might as well say la revedere, gata, all right? So, there I was, a little kid in Kenya, and my father went through ups and downs, making lots of money, millions, lost millions, and during the low times, you know, I was making toys and I was selling it to my friends. So first sign of being an entrepreneur was right at the age of 12. Disruption came, we had to leave, and then I had to come to England to study. Did I ever think, oh my God, where am I going to do? How am I going to find friends? How am I going to pass my exams and all those things? No, you carry on. The reason why I'm giving you this is a lot of fear is in the mind. It's all about brain wiring. All of us, it's all about brain wiring. If you say, I'm worried, you will be worried. You just have to get on with it and say, you know what, what's the end result going to be? So take yourself to change. You know, a lot of people, and we heard some of the speakers today as well, say Romania needs to change, Romania needs to change. Stai liniștit. You must say, I've already changed. Try that. Here's a point to ponder, you know, and I'll talk about a lot of that in my book as well. Just say, I've changed. Now live as if you're in that change and start living like that. So draw yourself that picture. If life was okay, what would it be like? And start living there rather than saying, oh, we need to change, we need to change, we need to change, yeah? So it's not going to happen. So play the change starting today. Then, of course, I worked in India, worked in America, Germany, many continents, many countries. But there was not once I said, you know, it's going to be tough. As soon as I finished university, I took my first jump and made my first big jump to become an entrepreneur whilst I was still doing a day job. So if you're an entrepreneur, don't wait for, ce zice aici? Crăciun, no? Okay? So don't wait for Crăciun, yeah? Don't wait and say, yeah, Moshule will come and give me some money, right? It's not going to happen, okay? So you got to take that jump. So whilst I was working, I didn't say, I'm an entrepreneur and what am I going to do? So you just do what is your passion. I'm a big believer. If you don't follow your passion, you're not going to enjoy whether you're doing entrepreneur, or sitting at home and doing nothing, right? You're not going to enjoy it. You got to do something that's in your passion. Long story short, I then cut that corporate life and made the first big jump. And which country did I choose? Romania. I'm proud of you guys. You need to be proud about yourselves. All right? And believe me, I did 8 months of research before I even came to the country. So I didn't even see the country and all the things people talk about the country. Totally untainted from the mind rather than the heart decision. All entrepreneurs take decisions from their mind, not their heart. So, what did I do? Big research, 8 countries, rattled it down to 6, and I said, where do I do, at the time my passion was real estate investments. I created my own investment fund, structures and all that. And I didn't say, oh my God, I must worry and what will happen about this, about that. And I'd lost tens of millions in the stock market coming out of the .com era. So, you know, you don't say, oh, I lost money, what shall I do? Hey, start, pick up, think where you're going to go, That's history. Now, build it up again. So don't stay in the past. You know, it's finished. Gata. You just got to move forward, right? And then, of course, I chose Romania. And if you've done your research right, and no matter what you do, and it's your passion, you know, you put that extra mile into your business. You don't just wake up and say, oh, what am I going to do today? And is the chef who going to tell me do this, do this, do this, do this? You don't do that. You make the plan. You make the to-do list. And here's something not many people talk about. You make the not-to-do list. So all the failures, all the problems you have, confront it. Don't be scared of that, you know. Everyone makes failures. Okay? One of the things I talk about in my book is about my 4 pillars and 6 strategies. During a crisis time, you know, almost 85% of people, what they do, if you have fear, you get into an opportunistic and a tactical mode. What do I mean by that? You know, you'll say, there's a good opportunity and we can make money on it. Someone else comes somewhere else, there's a good opportunity and we can make money over here. Then you look for magic button solutions. You know, some blast email comes to you and say, you know, if you do this and I make 5,000 euros a day. And then you say, if you do this and you come on internet, social media marketing and do mail shots, you'll make 10,000 a day. And you look at all this, and when you're opportunistic in your desperation during the crisis period, you jump into solution to solution, which is all tactical. Get strategic. Find out what is your USP. Find out what your strengths or weaknesses are. Define your sweet spot, as I call it, the G spot, right? So when you define your greatness spot, that's when you hit it on the head, all right? That's when you get maximum pleasure out of your business, all right? So once you've defined that, then define everything else. And talk a lot about that in the book as well. Failures. Let's hit failures on the head, all right? I've had the pleasure of meeting 2 of the people there, Michael Jordan and Steve Jobs, the late Steve Jobs. Let me tell you a little story about both of those. Michael Jordan I met when he was in university in the 1982, I think it was, in North Carolina, okay, Raleigh University. And everyone said, he's the best basketball player, come and see him, come and see him. So we went and see him, yeah, wonderful. Soon after that, they kicked him out because the way it happened. Did he give up? Was he scared? He went through that, but sure enough, he picked himself up again. All right? Steve Jobs, classic example. I used to work for Sun Microsystems, if anyone's heard about Java and all that. And Steve Jobs called all of us into the Silicon Valley, and he goes, hey, we've got this real sexy thing we've got to show you. It's groundbreaking, la, la, la. So gathered all the VPs and people around the world. And if you remember that Pixar ad, you know, the clip going doing, 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 right? All right, so he comes and brings that in. And we said, yeah? And he says, do you know how long this would take Walt Disney and all these people to do? I did it all with your computers. And he was all like, sex on steroids, you know? And he was amazing. So, you know, he wasn't scared of his failure, especially when he's lost all that money, right? Here's what I say, all right? Draw your picture and say, be the best in what you are. You know, paint like Picasso. Lead like the late Mandela, all right? Unfortunately, I've had the chance to meet him as well, so it looks like people are dying around me here. Richard Branson, met him as well, and Richard, I knew him from the 80s, and amazing guy. He has 400 businesses, he still manages it, all right? And the late Gandhi. So find your greatness and play with them. But the best thing you can do if you want to get out of fear is break free, you know? Get rid of it. And here's my 6 points when I close, okay? I've talked about being positive, you know? It's all about the mind, you know? If you say you're not going to change, you're not going to change, right? I'm a golfer, so a par. So problem, analyze, and resolution. Any problem you have, if you can't sleep, your father, someone bullied you, something happened, you know, just put the problem, analyze it, and put a solution to it. And that way you will know what's happening, okay? Address the fears absolutely head on and follow your passion. Because if you don't address those fears, you will not sleep, you will burn your energy, and, you know, you will not get anywhere. Once you've done that, then create a blank piece of paper, what I call, and then define what your USP and your G-spot is. Don't chase money. Think about adding value. All entrepreneurs don't chase money. They say, how can I add value? What can I really do? Once you do that and add value, money will come. Chase excellence. Be the best you can, you know, like the hand I had. And money will come. And just don't give up. You know, it's so easy to give up, but don't give up. If you want more, just come down, and I'm doing a special for Laszlo today. All PDF versions I'm going to give away for free. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mru. Thank you very much.